Aloha, my beloved family. It's Richard McKeezel here from StarseedsChangingTheWorld.com. I want to welcome you into this sacred space with me to talk about the Starseed contract and what is the Starseed contract? What is the Starseed mission? What does this mean? And why are so many of us wanting to learn more, figure this out, and have that question of why am I here? So I'm also a light language speaker, a healer, and a DNA activator. So I will use a little bit of light language as I go through this transmission with you about the Starseed contract. Kurikiana kiana kisio yoko kuruko yokoro kiara kisio yoko kuruko yoko. So just welcome into this sacred space with me. So the Starseed mission is something that when we were at an advanced level of Starseed awakening or a high level of starseed genetics within that higher dimensional being that we were or are, because we still are, we were given an option to answer a clarion call. And we were informed and aware to be able to see the level of distortion that was occurring within the planetary Earth system and how it was preventing Earth from being in a natural evolutionary cycle. It was in an evolutionary cycle, but a very slowed one, and it wasn't allowing for like human beings, animals, plants, the spirit of the Earth to come into its full evolution. And this is something that had been going on for a very, very long period of time. Thousands and thousands of years, this system had been under a very deep level of manipulation, which many of you are becoming aware of today as 2020 is hindsight, as they say. This is the year of illumination, where a lot of us within the spiritual community have known about a lot of these things that are coming up for quite some time. But it's actually starting to come out within more of a 3D reality and truth, where it had been more hidden from for a very long period of time. So as a starseed, knowing that you had a high level of starseed genetics, you had the ability to come into a physical embodiment through the original angelic human template to bridge that template back from a physical existence up into a Christos level of awakening. So what that means is, due to the high level of frequencies, light, and genetics that starseeds have, you're able to transmute energy, you're able to transmute densities, you're able to create light and shift things into light through a process of alchemization. Now, everybody can do a level of alchemization, but starseeds have an ability to do this at a very, very high level. So some of us starseeds have taken on contracts to be able to shift densities of the population, whether it's like 0.5%, 1%, or 2%. And this is why some of us go through periods where our energy, we really go down in frequency to transmute and release. And the more we start to awaken to our journey and awaken to our path and awaken to our like knowingness and inner gifts that are within us, we're able to shift and transmute and navigate through this. So the Starseed contract is the agreement to the mission that you came in to help bring total freedom, liberation for this entire planetary system to go through an ascension cycle, to assist in bridging a digressive human template into a higher dimensional angelic human template, a 12th dimensional human template, which is the original creation at a God Christos avatar level that it was meant to be created. So we were able to access those regenerational codes, whether that be through light language, kurikiana kiana ko yoko ko siara kisio yoko, gaza yo yoko soko yokurko yokurikiana kiana ko oko, ai kai kai yoko yoko okurko yokuriki. So within the Starseed contract, there's also agreements and different areas of the contract. So some of us have come into certain genetics and certain ancestral lines to be able to clear these ancestral lines. And we chose our parents, we chose the situations we're coming into, and with the understanding that we would forget, and we would not actually, we would have a deep level of amnesia. But due to the higher level of starseed genetics, we would awaken and we would remember and start go through these remembering periods, which are the spiritual awakenings. And this is why we've always had that deep calling for home, that deep calling and for knowing we're here for a deep level of purpose. And once we awaken to these and we understand our mission and we understand we came into certain genetic lines to clear that entire path through all generations, to allow then what's going, the next waves of starseed children and higher dimensional beings to come through. As many beings that are in a lower digressive human template that are not of the highest for the evolution of the planet and not within the highest frequencies of light and love and working towards unity consciousness, will not be coming back in to this area. They'll be going into another frequency-based area that is appropriate for their evolutionary scale, as this is coming now back into its original, or its onward journey into its original level of evolution. So we're going through an acceleration period here. So starseeds have come in to assist within this transition, to assist with being the way showers, to assist with bringing change here, to assist with helping our brothers and sisters who have been trapped within the system for a very long period of time. We heard the clarion call and we came in to offer our divine love, our divine support, and to assist in bridging that original God avatar self, that God sovereign creator being that we are, we always have been, and we're always created as, bridging that light pathway, the higher dimensional frequencies into this realm to be able to lift everything. And while we go through this process, the spirit of the planet is also going through this process. So you're having this happen on so many different levels. And then the universal system is also going through this process at the same time to heal, to repair, and to bring it back into a natural, organic, evolutionary cycle of creation, which follow the natural laws and sciences of Christ consciousness. Kuyo yoko soroko yokerkiana kia kazayo yo korogo yoko masiana kiana kiarako yoko kiki roko yoko masiana kioko koroko kazayo yo koroko yokoroko yokerkiana kiana ki tia ta kazayo yoko yokoroko yo. Now the Starseed mission and the Starseed contract can have many different levels of variations. Like some of us may be here to just transmute light and to be able to hold love and hold that space wherever we go, because we are able to just be healing and alchemize on such a level like that. Some of us have agreed to be stepping forward at certain times due to certain levels of activation to lead groups, to lead people, to, when I say lead, to not in the old egoic way of leading, but leading in a new way, an energetic way, a love frequency way, a unity consciousness way, to step out into these roles and carry that energy forward and through to the masses. Other starseeds have come into a speaker role, and there are many variations and different levels of speaker roles and speaker agreements. But the ones in the speaker roles are bridging higher dimensional communication and information out to the masses to be able to present them with more information that is coming from a pure source and a higher level from all of our brothers and sisters that are across the cosmos, because we have many of our family all over this universal system that are supporting this as well. So I know for myself, I do a lot in terms of like speaking, in terms of getting the messages out, as well as like the DNA activations to support the mentorships and things like that. But this is all comes into is each starseed has different things that they agreed to for what their unique starseed's genetic would be able to assist, and for what their experience throughout all of the universal systems that they are able to bring into this experience to make the change that is required on this planet at this time. Now, all of these are to be peaceful. All of these are to be out of a place of unconditional love. All of these are to be out of a place of bringing our family together and assisting them in remembering, awakening, and to really step forward out of that time of the mind control or out of the levels of mind corruption and mental manipulation. This is not created out of fear, and our service is not out of a fear. Our service is out of the highest for all, for the evolution of this organic ascension and for all our family. And when I mean all our family, all that are ready to awaken, all that will be awakening after, all that have the God sovereign right and freedom to be within an organic evolutionary process of ascension. Kurikioroko yoko koroko yokoma. Kisiana kiana kioroko koroko yokoroko. So if you are a starseed and this resonates with you, feel free to reach out to me. You can connect to me through starseedschangingtheworld.com or just through this YouTube channel. I'd love to hear a little bit more about your experience and just some of the things that you've been through on the starseed journey. So I just want to say how much I honor you, how much I love you, and from my heart to your heart, I hold you within the heart of the Cosmic Mother. Aho, namaste, blessed be to all of our beloved family out there, to all of our starseeds that are awakening right now. I hope this helped answered your questions. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel and show your support. Share this with all your Starseed families and friends who may have questions about the Starseed contract, how to work within a 12th dimensional angelic blueprint to activate certain aspects of this as well.